the first scorecard that we ever.
And I happen to
started.
beat you 100-21.
Oh, there you go. my all-time low is 17. Right, so we always shoot for that whenever he has a big lead on me. Like this one here, he had a shot at that earlier. Right, but
So when was your first time playing?
actually, our first time playing in Rockaway Billiards about a month before this.
Yeah.
And I was away
Like
from 96. So I was away from Rockaway Billiards for about 6 months, and that's when Joe and Tom used to come and play. That was the first time you started playing there. And when I came in, it was the very first time.
Tom came late.
We came later, but the very first time I came in and you and I met then was we drew each other in the tournament.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think somebody said
And I was pissed at you because you were hustling my kid for
was-
$5 or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was my bad.
you're going to have to be honest about that. If you
I
remember,
went in and looked for a game.
if you remember, I said to you,
Yeah, you said.
try find another game. I'm out of your speed, right? So it was
I think you
fair,
did.
you know. So I didn't take advantage.
Read it.
About 2 or 3 tournaments went by, and he asked me over to the house, right? And that was 16 years ago. Come 27th of December this year,
Once a week for 16 years.
right? I think the only guy that's got me beat is Herbie playing racquetball with him
30 years. 30 years.
for 30. I'm not going to catch that one. I don't think.
I'm a pretty stick-to-itive guy.
You are. You're a man of habit.
New cloth, fantastic. But it's probably name.
That's you.
We played over 10,000 games of 9-ball. Imagine that.
That's just straightforward.
That's-
Plus 10,000 games of 9-ball.
That and
Is it 10,000?
and 10,000 games. That's not balls pocketed. That's 10,000 games.
Look at this. This is interesting because he won 5,866 and I won 5,367.
There you go. There you go.
At the
5,000
9-ball.
You guys both won 5,000 games each?
Games.
9-ball.
And 9-ball.
The best game we ever had, we used to go a race to 1,500. So we would play until somebody got 1,500 balls, get 300 one week, and then 8 going until you make 1,500 balls. And I beat him 1,500 to 1,499.
It was a battle right to the last ball.
Are you kidding me?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So I had some good shots.
Started playing when I was 12. In a month, I could run a racket.
Really?
My father had a weekly pill pool game with 4 of his buddies. They were all C players, you know, all equal, so you have a good time. So I said to my dad, "Could I play?" So they're playing 25 cents a pill back in those days, in the almost 1960. And he let me play. Well, I was taking money off of all these adults, and the following week, I said to my dad, "We'll be playing Saturday night." He said, "Oh, can't play." He said, "You know, it's an adult game. There's some bad language and this and that." What it was is my father's friends told him, "If he's coming, we're not coming." Right? I was 12.
Have you had many witnesses of these games, or is it pretty much just the two of you?
It's he and I and the dog. It was Peter for a while, and now it's Rita. Right?
But it's used to be every Monday. Now it's every Tuesday. Now in the summertime he's off, so he comes at 3:00. And
Wintertime. In the
winter.
wintertime.
in the wintertime,
Yeah,
right?
I'm off, so I come in the afternoon now. We usually only play at night. But it's always been. Actually,
But you know what? We used to play race to 7 and 9-ball and 3 games of straight pool. Now we're playing 2 games of straight pool.
Okay.
older.
Because we're getting a little more tired after 3 hours of play. That 4 go in there, Kenny?
4 goes, yes.
Yeah.
Like a solid ball hit with spin, right? Joe's high run is 78. I don't have that on the chart here, so I don't know when that was, but Here's in 72, and that was a couple of months after we started playing.
Yeah.
And what's your high run?
116.
116.
I have several 100-ball runs. They're all here. Now, I have a 98 at his office.
Oh, okay.
Right?
A champion.
A champion. Because that was used to be the other thing. It'd be snowing, wintertime, I'm sitting home, the phone would ring. Ken, Joe, what are you doing? Nothing. Come on down, we'll play some pool.
What happened, whenever I used to be practicing and I'm really hot,
At the
I'll
office.
call him. Yeah. He knew when I came, if I called him, he was going to have a tough
I would
game.
say that to Nancy before I left. Joe must be shooting good, he called me. Playing at Joe's office in the afternoon, right? Snowing, come on down, let's play. All right, now when Joe's in his zone, he doesn't see anything around him. He could bump into somebody, he wouldn't know it. So he's playing away, and I see Jennifer, his secretary, come to the door, papers in her hand, wanting to interrupt, but not wanting to interrupt, put it that way. So I see her, and Joe doesn't see her. He's still content on playing. You know, he's in the middle of a run. And I went, and just cleared my voice so Joe could hear me. And he looked up, he goes, "What's wrong, Jennifer?" And she said, "The Bank of Boston is here about that $1.2 million portfolio." He says, "Is Ricky in his office? Let him take care of it." he wasn't going to stop that run. Not for 1.2. Maybe 2.5 you might have.
When I moved here, the house wasn't ready, and I sold my other house, and I had to get out. So we decided to live with Lynn and Jim for 2 or 3 weeks, and so I went to the Grand Billiards to a pool tournament that night. It was a very late night, and I was in the finals, and I won the tournament. And I'm coming home. I come home at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I get in the house, and I go up to bed. And the next morning, Lynn says, "Dad, where were you until 4 o'clock in the morning?" I said, my daughter asking me. I said, "I was shooting pool. I had the trophy."
He started going down Brookside, is it, to go to Ascot to the house in Buckingham,
Oh, yeah?
right? And he got about halfway there, and he go, "I don't live there anymore."
That's weird.
You're still at the mercy of getting a shot. Shot. Good. Now we're probably going to play the 8 ball and try to go in for the cluster. Right now. Right now.
Awesome.
Excellent. And a break shot it is.
I needed 3 balls to win, and he needed 8. And we're playing safes back and forth. I have him on 2 scratches all the way down there with the whole thing, so he couldn't afford to make a shot. So he purposely scratched the 3rd in a row. So he scratched 3 in a row, so he loses 16 points and has to break.
Really?
So now he loses 16 points, and now he needs 98. Now he needs 27 balls. He breaks and leaves me a shot. I missed the shot, and he ran out on me, and he beat me.
I don't know. There's new cloth. I always marveled at the Christmas tree that they had. Over in Buckingham, I'd walk in, the thing was enormous, and Marge, you did a great job, this and that, okay. So every year, it was just 18-footer or whatever it was, you know. So I come in just when the guys are delivering this next year's tree. And Marge is standing there, and they put it up. The first thing I noticed is it wasn't as tall as all the other years. And me, being brutally honest, says, "Geez, Marge, you went for a shorter one this year?" "Stop," she says to the guys. "I knew it was smaller than last year." Made them take it out and go for another one.
All she needed was some clarification. Huh?
I said to Joe, I says, "I will never mention anything about the tree for the rest of my life."
That's Marge.
That's my mom.
It was
She was probably looking at it and
She
didn't
just
want
needed
to say
push it over
anything.
the fence a
You
little
pushed
bit.
it right over.